wife's arms, just bawling my eyes out, looking up at her, and I'm saying, I'm sorry. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've spent 20 years in an effort to become more spiritual, successful, enlightened, and I have nothing to show for it. I'm empty. I really didn't have much strength or effort to live anymore. But I looked at my beautiful wife and I looked at my beautiful children and I said, wow, there's no way I could take myself out of this world, even though I have no desire to live. And I thought, what's wrong with me? I've dedicated the last 10 years, 12 years, 15 years to meditation and spiritual practice, positive affirmations, and I have nothing to show for it. So here I am, I'm going to the gym, and this really tall guy comes up to me, and he looks at me and he says, you know, I've been watching you, and you know, we're about the same age, and I just want to know, what do you eat? And I said, okay, well, you know, you don't really want to know what I eat. And he's like, what, burgers and pizza and whatever you want? And I was like, no. I'm like, well, I eat a plant-based diet. So the next day I come in and I look at this guy and he's over at the other side of the gym and I'm like, you know, I kind of feel drawn to this guy. I want to go ask him a question. And I said, hey, what do you do, by the way? And he goes, I'm a pastor. And for some reason that sparked something in me. And so I started asking him these questions, and he'd give me these really concise answers. And then I'd go home and I'd say, honey, I had this interesting experience at the gym, and we talked a little bit about Christianity. We talked a little bit about, you know, him being a pastor and what he does. So one of the biggest things that my wife was having trouble with was, how can she be Jewish and believe in Jesus? Because everything that she'd heard up at that time was, Jesus is not for the Jews. And so she was wrestling with that, and she came upon videos from One for Israel, testimony videos of Jewish people coming to faith in Jesus. And my son would come home, he's like, yeah, I just had these great experiences about Jesus. And we were like, something's going on here. So I went back to the gym and I saw this other guy on the other side of the gym. I was like, he has something in him that I want. He looks happy. There's a spark in him. So I went over and I introduced myself, and he goes, can I pray for you? And I said, okay. And at the end of the prayer, he says, in Jesus' name. Day after day, I kept coming back to the gym, and I had this desire to look for this guy. And I would go up for him specifically for prayer. And every day I said, in Jesus' name, I started to feel like something was happening. And what I realized over time was that peace, it wasn't the absence of something, it was the presence of something. Or should I say, someone. When I heard the name Jesus, when I heard the name Yeshua, when I started to study and read about him, when my family went out into the world, had experiences that were related to Jesus, and we came home, we felt life. And it was at that moment that my wife and I, we got on our knees and we gave our lives to Jesus, Yeshua. And I knew that Jesus was the only one. The only one. And it was at that moment this energy went through me that I'd never felt before. The depression, the anxiety, the fear, chronic issues that I'd been carrying with me my entire life.